Hello everyone, welcome back to the range. It is August 7th of 2019 here in New York. It is muggy, it is cloudy. I like the overcast of shooting, I just don't like the humidity. Now today, we're doing another AR shooting video. This time we're going to compare two carbines. The traditional fixed float, which is my fixed front sight, which is my Colt 6920 M4 with the aimpoint Pro, and a free float AR carbine, my Stag Model 3 Plus, also with an aimpoint Pro sight. There's often been discussion on which is more accurate, the free float or the fixed front post. Now personally, since I've been shooting these two, I don't really see much of a difference. Now, you may say, well, yeah, you're only shooting from 50 yards away. Great, and that's a fair point, but this is what I have to work with. Now, I suppose I could go up there and put sights, but the terrain up there is pretty rocky. It's hard to get a target that would be stable enough, so this is what I use. But hey, as I said about these shooting videos, guns are more accurate than their owners, and when it comes to these shooting videos, my fundamentals may be right for one and maybe off for another, and that goes with anyone. I mean, unless you sound like Jerry Michalek, who shoots every day for a living, or Daniel Horner, there's always going to be some flaws in your shooting, but it is what it is. This is a video of us just having fun here. So, listen, we've been using these fixed front sights in the military for decades now, almost 70 years, I believe, since I think 1965. And our military has been very successful using it, whether it's the full-size 20-inch barrel with the rifle system or the current 14-inch barrel with the carbine system. And there have been many legendary kills and legendary shots with these in the military, so they obviously work. But when you go watch competition shows, rifle competitions or three-gun competitions, what do the experts and the pros always use? They always use a free float. So is there something to the free float being more accurate? Or is it the advantage of a free float is you could just put a red dot on, get a clear view without the interference of the fixed front post? Is that what makes them accurate? I mean, the barrels are both 1-in-7 twist on these things. I'm going to be using both aimpoint Pros on both these guns. I have Magpul furniture on both, same stocks, same everything, with the exception of I don't have a front handle grip. I have a front handle grip there, but not here. But now for this video, we're going to do two shot groups. Our first two shot group is going to be just using irons. The next one is going to be using the aimpoint Pro Colt Witness with the sights, and then finally the aimpoint by itself for both of these guns. So we'll start with the Colt first. No reason other than I had to pick one, and I picked this. Alright, 2-round groups. Why 2 rounds? I don't want this to be a long video. Like I said about these shooting videos, everything depends on how good the shooter is doing that day. Alright, so here we go. Our first 2-round group, the Colt, using the standard sights only. Alright, 2 shots. Let's go see how we did in that first 2-shot group. Alright, I see 2 on the target here. Nice shots, alright. Not a bad shot group. Alright, now we'll go back and we'll use the aimpoint Colt witness with the iron sights. Alright, 2-shot group. Now with the aimpoint Pro Colt witnessed with our sights. Safety off, that would help. Alright. Alright, let's go see how we did with the aimpoint Pro Colt witness with our fixed sights. And if you're asking, yes, my rifles are zeroed at 50 yards. Both of them. Oh, not so good the second time around. One. We actually did better with just the irons the first time. Alright, let's go back and just use the aimpoint Pro. Alright, time for our final 2-shot group. Using just the aimpoint Pro red dot. Obviously with, where it's got to be, with the front sight only. Safety off again. Alright. Let's go see how we did in our final two-shot group. Alright, because next will be the Stag arms. Now, if you're asking me what my preference is, well, listen, I own one free float, and I own one carbine fixed front post, and the two rifles I built both had fixed front post. Oh, that's not good. I threw one shot here, and another one shot in the middle. Well, now we'll go back and we'll use our Stag arms. Alright, now we're going to go free float. First we'll do just the iron sights on the free float Stag arms Model 3. Alright. Let's go see how we did just with irons on the free float Stag. Here we go. One over here, not so good, and another one over here, which is pretty good. Alright. Well, just so I thought, pretty much knew I'd do better with the fixed front post as far as iron sights go. I do much better with a fixed front post as opposed to free float with just irons. That's been my experience. Alright, now we'll go back and we'll do Colt witness with the Aimpoint Pro on the Stag arms free float. Alright, 2-round group now with our Stag arms. Colt witnessed with the Aimpoint Pro. Again, safety. Alright. Here's our 2 rounds Colt Witness. Let's just go check it out. Yep, much better as I thought it would be. Both in the target, well, a little low here, but this Colt Witnessed is better than using the irons. Alright, 1 2-shot group left with just the Aimpoint Pro. Alright, 2 shots, Aimpoint Pro only. Alright, I'll go check out our last 2-round group. Compare targets and talk about these rifles and call it a video. Yep, here we go. There's 1 there, 2 there. So our best grouping was with the Aimpoint only on the free float. Again, not a surprise. Alright, let's go back and compare these targets. We'll compare our 2, and 2 of the 3 results are not surprising to me. Now if you go to the iron sights only, which are the slashes, I had a better group with the Colt fixed front than I did with the Stag arms free float. I guess is the reason why our military is still using fixed front post sights. They are more accurate. I always found it to be that way when I compare these 2 rifles I've been using. I much rather have, if I had to use irons only, I definitely want something with a fixed front post. The one that was a little surprising was the co-witnessing one here. Obviously we did pretty good here with the Stag arms. As opposed to the Colt. I thought it'd be more of an even Steven, but that might have been my fundamentals. It looks like I clearly messed up here. That seems to be more on me more than anything else, but whatever, we'll give that one advantage to obviously the Stag arms. And finally, using the Aimpoint only, which was not a surprise either, we have a nice 2-shot group here with the Stag, which is much different with the Colt. Now this is not surprising. I've always said that, and you see why. You see why the competition people use only free floats for their optic. Trying to use a red dot on a fixed front post sight without the rear sight is actually very, very annoying. I like the fixed front for irons only and co-witnessing, which I like very much also. But with the optic only on a fixed front, very, very annoying. It takes a lot of time and training to get used to the dot floating around, and it's just a pain in the ass. But I can see why the 3-gunners and the rifle marksmen who compete definitely use free floats. And that's always been my experience with these two rifles. If I was going to compete, I'm definitely using a free float rifle. No doubt about that. But if I'm going to defend my home or my country, I'm definitely using a red dot co-witnessed with my irons. And the other advantage about having a fixed front is if you have to use backup irons, I just feel more, I've been doing it such a long time, I just feel more comfortable than with a free float. But as I said, you take this video for what it's worth. It was a fun video just to see how we do. But I really think you can't go wrong with either one of them, depending on your philosophy of use, as Nothing Fancy would say. Is it a competition gun? I'm definitely going free float. Home defense and defending the country, I'd rather have something with a fixed front post side co-witnessed with an aimpoint. That's just me, though. Let me know what you think. Remember, protect your families, practice and train. If you don't protect yourself, no one else is going to do it for you. Alright, everyone. We will see you next video. Stay safe, everyone.